breathe. I can't breathe. These were some of the last words that came out of the lips of George Floyd. George Floyd died May 25th, 2020. The events that led up to this account: Mr. Floyd was arrested as he went to a convenience store, and he was called, or the police was called on for him. And with that, they sent 4 officers. One of the officers, by the name of Derek Chauvin, was one of those who were holding him and detaining him from getting away. Now, with all of this going on, there is a lot of crowd drawing because they couldn't understand what was really happening. 1 person and 4 officers. Now, there's a teen onlooker by the name of Alyssa Funnery, and she pulls out her camera and she's recording what's happening. Now, she was also going to the grocery store, but there was this excitement that she definitely wanted to see and know what was going on. And she was able to video her, and among many others that had an opportunity to pull out their cameras and record. And they saw the demise of George Floyd. I definitely agree with the fact of body-worn cameras used in law enforcement. Now, we see that video recording can give us transparency, it can give us accountability, it can give us audio, things that we may not be able to hear or see, or because of officers in their transition of doing their work, they may leave out certain details. But with video recordings, we can see now that there's transparency, there's accountability. Someone must pay for these crimes that are being committed. Someone must pay if they have taken the law into their own hand. And as we see, this is an ongoing trial in this present time. But because of those video recordings that we were able to see, we now can hear the words. We can see and we can feel for this man in his last moments on earth. Now, some may say that video recording, it's a good thing, and it is. Because why? There was in Texas an officer who was arrested. And why was he arrested? He was wearing a body-worn camera. But he was arrested because even though all of the recording that occurred on that video, he decided to alter perhaps the details. And when they realized that they did not line up, that they contradicted what they saw in the video, he was then fired, he was charged, and he was also sentenced in prison. And that is the effectiveness of those body-worn camera. That gives us a bird's eye view to be someplace where we were not personally. And hell yes, I would want that to be worn if someone was out there arresting my brother or my sister or whomever. Because this is so important that we get the right story right the first time. Now, some may say that perhaps using a video camera can actually be a bad thing. Why? Maybe persons are doing things and police officers wearing cameras can catch them in unpredictable positions that can cost them their jobs perhaps, that can cost them to get in trouble, perhaps drinking or using some type of drug or something. That is one of the reasons that they've given why it's not good, because now you do not no longer have privacy. But Let's really think about it. Should we be out in public gyrating ourselves and doing things that we do not want anyone to see? So it really comes back to us. Is it something that we do and that we want people to see? Body worn cameras is a good thing. It is very, very efficient for being used, and it can be very proficient in giving correct evidence. Some may also say that it's still not good because it is so expensive to have that program running. Why? Well, in Baltimore in 2016, they introduced the use of body worn cameras at the police station, and it started out at $11.1 million. Up to 2020, as of last year, it actually tripled, $35.1 million. So it is a very costly thing because one, you have to have operation systems such as the cameras itself, the person that has to repair it, also the person to work there. So it can really build up in cost. But look at the benefit it gives us. What cost do we put on human life? We see that body worn cameras can give us the results that we need. And my call to you today, can we, when we see these opportunities, support those that are funding organizations that are fighting on our behalf? I call upon you to support these organizations when you see them. I call on you to do your part, because that can be your brother, your sister, even you. Support body worn cameras being used by law enforcement officers. Thank you.